In this video, we will show you how to set up Google Data Studio using your Capsule data when you're on the Teams plan. We will cover how to quickly enable the integration with your Capsule account and how to create visually appealing reports. Google Data Studio is a reporting tool that is easy to use, customize, and share. It will allow you to transform your Capsule data into appealing and informative reports for your audience. By completing some simple setup steps, any user will be able to pull across sales opportunities and generate different reports based on your Capsule data. Data Studio will also allow you to bring across your data from other supported services, giving you the power to create reports from different sources, providing a fantastic way to get a full breakdown of your business in one place. We recommend having a look at our Google Data Studio Top Tips video first to see an overview of the exciting things that you can do with this connection. Let's now look at how to set up this integration. Before beginning the setup, we recommend that you are logged into only one Google account. If you're logged into more than one account, when you do the setup, the integration will fail. You can check here to make sure that you only have one Google account active. The next step is to log into your Capsule account in a second browser tab. Then go to datastudio.google.com. If you've never used Google Data Studio before, then a few messages may pop up welcoming you to Google Data Studio. You should take the time to read these messages, but selecting Get Started, acknowledging and accepting the terms, and declining the email lists are all that's required for these. Now that we're in Data Studio, let's start by clicking Create and then selecting Data Source. This opens a panel where you can navigate to the Capsule connector for Google Data Studio. A connector is what Google calls the connection between Google Data Studio and third-party products, in this case Capsule. To quickly find our connector, simply type Capsule, and when the partner connector for Capsule appears, hover over it and then choose Select. We're now going to enable Google to access your Capsule data to generate your reports. When prompted, authorize Google Data Studio to use the Community connector, select the Google account that is active, and allow the Capsule Opportunity Data Studio connector to have access to your Google account. Authorize for access to your Capsule account, and allow the connector to have access to your Capsule account. The selection and authorization steps are now complete. The next step is a small configuration to choose which, if any, of your Capsule custom fields you would like available in Google Data Studio as dimensions and as metrics. You can enable as many or as few of these as you like simply by checking the checkbox for each custom field. Don't worry if you don't do this now. You can go back and update these settings later. To move on to the last step, click here in the upper right corner on the Connect button. We will now be taken to the final screen. From here you can review and edit the field mappings. For example, we can change the standard currency that we would like to use in our reporting. We can also add additional fields by clicking here towards the upper right near the top of the page. Once you're happy with this mapping, click on Create Report. Allow Data Studio access to your Google Drive, and finally, select Create Report again to complete the Google Data Studio setup. The data is now linked to Capsule and your first report is created. It's now time to take full advantage of the interactive reports, helping extend your data analysis further. The Capsule connector features a template already built for you, which will be populated with your data. This can be a great way to review your sales opportunities further. However, don't worry if it doesn't quite have the chart or table that you are looking for. You can update any of the information that you see displayed on this page, or you can start from scratch. Let's now have a look at some of the simple and quick ways that we can edit this template. Clicking the page control on the far left of the toolbar will allow us to switch between the different pages of the report, and by selecting the date filter, you can update the report in real time. A default date range has already been set. However, by clicking here on Edit and then highlighting our date filter, we have the option to update this. For example, if we'd like to focus our reports on the last month, even as the date changes, we can just update this using the last month selector and apply the change. By clicking Edit and then selecting any chart or table, we can change how this data is being presented. For example, let's now go back to our first page and then select GeoMap. If we click on this drill down option here, we will now be able to view our opportunities by city. Changing our zoom area will also allow us to place our focus on a specific region. We can also change the style of any of our reports by clicking here on Style. From here you can edit the different colors and fonts available on your visuals. This shows you how quick it is to generate professional results. And now that you have enabled the connection, you can also create a blank report from scratch and build your own dashboard. To do this, simply select File, then New Report, and pick the Capsule Opportunities data source. Voila! You're ready to start building your own unique dashboard. We recommend spending some time to figure out what it is that you would like to report on, as this can greatly reduce manual tasks such as generating Excel files, helping you place resources elsewhere. That's how simple it is. If you'd like more information relating to setting up any of the discussed areas, then we recommend having a look at our documentation on Google Data Studio, or contact our friendly support team and we'll gladly help you out.